a hell of a game for us, and Coach Guard, I can appreciate, him losing Wall is like me losing my guy who made some big plays down the stretch. Those guys are glue guys. Malik Hall and Tyler, they're glue guys. They're 6'6", 6'7", 6'8" guys that can cover a lot of people. And so first of all, I hope he does get healthy because he's one of the better kids and players in this league. But I thought we did a lot of good things. I thought we made some mistakes when we started to go too much one-on-one. And we have that problem once in a while. I was disappointed in that at halftime. Thought the second half we did a little better job of it. But A.J. Hogarth was the man down the stretch. Joey Hauser played really well. And Malik Hall, you can see why he's so valuable. And Marty, he didn't do a ton, but covering. I think Wisconsin's got a couple of guys. Hepburn is just what he's done in a year is amazing. Staff deserves a lot of credit. So does he. And I thought Kroll, has really improved too. So they got some guys that really made some big steps, and some of those young kids are going to be good. But it was a big win for us. We've been winning more games defensively. We didn't get enough shots because we did turn it over 14, although we had 3 shot clock ones and that one slip in front of their bench on the water. So all in all, we shot really well from the free throw line, the 3 and the field, 52, 53, and 94. And I didn't think we were quite as good defensively as we've been, but we were definitely good enough. So points off turnovers, they really hurt us on that, and we didn't get enough shots. But that's a good basketball team. I think we're all so even. This league is incredible. I mean, it's 1 through 14. I think it's going to be a tough sledding all the time, and injuries are going to play a part. We've lost a couple guys, and it hurt us. That's a big loss for Wisconsin right now. Hopefully, he'll get back. Questions?
Questions? Mike's on both sides of the room. Right up here, right up front. Go ahead.
Tom, obviously the experience helps, especially in a place like this. When late in that game, when I think they got up 5 or 6, it felt like it could have went the other way. Was it just simply that your guys have kind of been through this late and they were able to kind of dial in, or what would you say about that last?
I thought we were. Yeah, they took a little bit because we weren't real happy at it in that stretch because we felt like we were not taking care of the ball, and we were not. We're just too much one-on-one, and we turned it over a couple times, and so we got back to getting the ball into Malik a little bit and Joey, and that helped. And then, Joey I thought played awfully well too. He didn't rebound quite as well, but he did a lot of good things. He gets 20 points. It was big for us. He hit some big threes, and I think Jaden played really well, and yet defensively. There's a couple of times when we let things go. So we locked up a little better at the end. We switched a little more. We went with a smaller lineup. That helped. And we kind of went into Malik, and Malik answered.
Right there, please.
Coach, Connor Segan had the 10 of the first 16 points for Wisconsin early on, and then he really kind of went quiet the rest of the way. Is there anything that what did you guys do differently to kind of take him out of the equation for Wisconsin?
It was an unbelievable concept we had. Without using the first part of the words, the second part was guard him, And the first part was a lot worse. But we didn't, we wanted to dig. We weren't rotating. And he made a couple nice shots. He's a nice player. I mean, I like Greg's team. I mean, they're gonna be really good, but they got to have all their bodies. None of us have the depth that you would have had a couple years ago because of this insanity in college basketball. So, everybody, it hurts a little bit, and I think that's where, an experienced guy, Hall does the difference for us. He's our fourth year guy, and we guarded a little better because we were giving him open looks, and he made them. I mean, he's a good player.
Right up front here, Coach.
You had mentioned earlier this week and after the Michigan game, you wanted to get the guys going to the line a little bit earlier. The job that Joey did in particular in getting that moving. How critical was that? Because it seemed like that kick-started his shot a little bit after that too.
Yeah, I once worked Michael Jordan's camp, and he said every time I wasn't shooting well, I went in the post, got fouled so I could home in. I think that's exactly what happened with Joey, and it did get him kick-started. And so we did try to get to the free throw line a little bit more. Not that 17's a ton, but it's a lot more than we've been lately, and then to make 16 out of 17, it just shows you how valuable it is. I mean, we needed just about every one to beat a good team here.
Tom, Monty was out there with his face bandaged up. He played Carson as many minutes as he played. How did you see those guys kind of withstand that second half crowd?
Well, I think when Marty got hit, I don't think it was that bad of a hit, but I'm not sure he ever played with stitches in his head. So, God, he was slow. He wasn't getting back. He wasn't doing some things. And then the second time we put him in, he was a lot better. But hey, give him credit. He's played with, I don't know how many stitches he's got, but he learned to play with that. And we got something out of Carson, and we were, we still feel very good about what we're getting out of Jackson. It's just that with the mobility of those bigs, we just felt that Carson was a better, because they were popping a lot, and it was give us a little better chance.
Right up front, please.
I think you kind of touched a little bit on what I was going to ask, but Monty in particular, his ability to kind of come back from that and continue to attack the boards. I mean, he got a couple big ones late.
Big ones.
I mean, is there a toughness factor you're seeing start to develop with him?
Yeah, he's becoming really good defensively, and he's going after the ball. Rebounds, he's getting some what we call range rebounds now instead of ones that just come to him. He went and got a couple, as you said. But after he, got a little, I won't say knocked out because I don't think it was that hard to hit. It was accidental. I think then he kind of rebounded and played a lot better. But we got to get him the ball a little bit more. That'll be in the next phase of Monty, next part of the process. But defensively, he's pretty good. And yet Kroll, talk about a kid who's improved. They've done an unbelievable job, which they always do here. Must have brought Bo back in here to do that because all those big guys they've always had. Greg has continued in that process.
Right back here, Coach. Go ahead.
I think y'all made your last 8 shots. This game was close the whole way, or Wisconsin specializes in winning these close games. You're on the road. How are you able to kind of execute the way you did offensively down the stretch?
I think that's where our experience helped us. AJ now is a third-year guy. Malik's a fourth year. Joey's a fourth year. Experience matters, it really does, and especially this day and age. And what I've got a little different than some, all my guys have played together. It's not a factory of guys running in, running out. So those guys had a feel for one another. The huddles were pretty good that way, they were challenging each other. And that was big for us, and I think that helps them.
Right up front.
Tom, obviously, we've talked a lot about the separation in this conference, or lack of it.
Lack of it.
When you're able, is this one of these games you think you can look back, depending how it goes, and say, this was pretty darn important in finding a way to get that thing done?
Well, we felt that way, but at the same time, what you try to do in this league is win your home games and split on the road. And, we dropped the second or the first conference game to Northwestern. So, we said, boy, we're going to look back, and that's going to hurt us. So, we have so many games now. We got to go to Illinois Friday and then Purdue on Monday. It's almost an NBA schedule, and that's why this league is so good. And you're always playing in front of packed houses. Anybody wants to challenge where this league is, I take them on.